We will be covering 3 episodes of Season 2 of Monsters. First one, Microminds. We get another light sci-fi outing of Monsters with episode 20 of Season 2, Microminds. It deals with a subject that was covered many times on the Twilight Zone. A small microscopic group of aliens communicate with their human overlords and beg to be set free. Similar to the Twilight Zone episode Little People. A professor named Dr. Becker and his assistant Paula have been communicating with microscopic aliens who speaks to them through a computer. The alien is named Gok, who speaks in distorted tones and with a hint of a lisp.
Doc, can you describe the walls for us?
The walls stretch on forever. We dwell near the wall of heat. We have heard there is a wall of cold on the other side of the water. But you are the creators. You know far better than God what walls you have made.
Gok calls the professor their god and thanks him for giving them light. They then ask permission to send one of their kind to the lab. They just have to magnify the microscopic creatures in the large petri dish they hold them in. You can see where this is going.
This unit of God's strain greets the one strain.
I welcome the unit of Gok Strain. Your race is about to enter a new age of understanding, and I will lead you there.
We see the first visualization of Gok. It is a multicolored fluorescent bag, but I actually kind of like it. It's very colorful and interesting. Its tentacles whipping around menacingly. It goes slow then fast, cheap and effective. They can't make up their mind whether it's a slow-moving alien or Sonic the Hedgehog. I still like the blow-up bag robot. The voice also changes to a more menacing tone. The professor then goes full fascist.
It's my discovery, and you don't have the right to play God.
I do have the right. I provided those creatures with food and light. I taught them everything they know about the universe. I'm responsible for what happens to them and for what happens to this project.
I'm sorry, Dr. Becker, but under these circumstances, I don't think I can continue to work with you.
We then get the best part of the episode, Paula in a white shirt battling the alien monster who's trying to take over the world. Gok lied and really wants world domination. I don't think anybody is surprised.
My thicker membrane has so far resisted the stresses of this environment. Respiration and locomotion are acceptable. This strain of God can colonize this place. Activate the thing of merit. More units will come for further air testing. The Paula Cooper strain is here. Ingest the Paula Cooper strain.
The professor then kills Paula and injects Gok into his bloodstream. What a genius. I give Microminds a very high 4. I like the assistant Paula. She outacts and outsexies the professor at every term, and the wardrobe department gets a 10 out of 10. But the professor is so stupid, and there are no twists or turns. It's clear from the start that Gok is evil, and they do nothing to hide this fact. Mix that with rudimentary computer effects and an unnecessary part of there being 2 strains of Gok, and Microminds is a little below average. The professor is so dumb and his motives are not clearly explored. He shows no skepticism at all of an alien human being. Paula does get a cool death scene though. Belle Avery played Paula, She has a few acting credits, her most notable contribution being in the James Bond movie The Living Daylights. She recently transitioned to a producer role and produced Grizzly Park, The Meg, and The Meg 2, the one with the big shark. Troy Donahue played the character Dr. Thomas Becker. He was in The Godfather 2 and Crybaby with Johnny Depp. Monsters, Season 2, Episode 21, Refugee. Paul, a spy on the verge of retirement, gets greeted by an Anthony Hopkins lookalike named Oliver, saying that he has to rescue a Russian woman scientist and escort her out of the communist Soviet Union. The rest of the episode takes place in a safe house while the spy and Anna are waiting for their escort. This episode attempts a mix of spy and horror cinema, trying to go back and forth between them, confusing and boring the viewer in the process. James Bond, this is not. We get bad Soviet-style Russian accents, and you can't tell if they're fighting the KGB or demons. They end up being both. They should have gone full horror or tried to make some story about the Soviet Union. Premiering just as the Soviet Union was falling, it could have been an interesting exercise, but you don't understand the motives. They're trying to escape communist Russia, but end up meeting demons, as Anna has made a deal with the devil. I would be giving them too much credit to say there is some social commentary that they're comparing the KGB to demons. The Russian girl Anna made a deal with the devil, and they sent 2 agents to come and collect. This one seems rushed and was edited with a hacksaw.
I'll get the ants. Demon, get the ants!
Your goodness is overwhelming.
Come! Wait. My soul for her soul. My freedom for her freedom.
What?
Paul then decides to trade his soul for a woman that he met yesterday. It starts with Oliver and ends with Oliver, the man who sent Paul to rescue the Russian scientists. We get the big surprise ending. Oliver is a demon too. Who would have thought? There's not much here to like. Paul, once again being a genius, tries to shoot a demon for the second time in the episode. Hint, bullets don't work on demons. I love James Bond type stories, and the Ruskies are always good bad guys, but this one misses the mark. None of the characters are good. They're all dumb. He trades his soul for Anna, and then is surprised when the demons come back for his soul at the end. Refugee gets a solid 2. He sells his soul to the devil to save a girl he hasn't even slept with, and is surprised when they collect. How did he last as a secret agent for so long? I guess with the falling of the Soviet Union, they weren't as concerned with American spies, because Stalin would have this guy sent to the firing squad in 3 seconds. Please, monsters, make our American secret agents look a little smarter. Peter White played the character Paul, the secret agent. He was in Armageddon and 13 Days. His career seemed to really take off when he was in his late 50s. Interesting. Judy Gleason played the character Anna. She has 104 acting credits and was in Charmed, Gilmore Girls, and The Lords of Salem. Monsters, Season 2, Episode 22, The Gift. 2 criminals have kidnapped a little boy and are holding him for ransom in a log cabin. They send him down into the basement after they get tired of his complaining. There, he meets a Wookiee with special powers, and they quickly become friends. Dolan, played by Abe Vigoda, is the mob boss in charge, and his underling, Kirby, is a self-described tough guy.
Hey, tough guy. Where you going, tough guy? Hey, you a tough guy, huh? Well, you wanna know something? I'm a tough guy, too. Someone hurts me, I hurt them back. Harder. I learned that in a slam.
The best parts are the 2 criminals interacting, with Abe Vigoda playing a mafia boss with ease, since the main plot is the boy and the Wookiee interacting with telekinesis. They decided to have the monster interact and talk through telekinesis. His mouth never moves, and we get many close-ups of the monster in a voiceover. Bad choice. Make his mouth move. Overly long close-up shots of a cheap Planet of the Apes costume is not interesting.
When I was given the power, I knew my life would be hard. But each of us must decide his path.
Is there honor among thieves?
They dropped the money. I can see the parachute.
Yeah? Where's it coming down?
Just over the second hill. I told you, Kirby. No witness.
Another 2 out of 10. The scenery is drab again, just like the previous episode, Refugee. The monster is neither scary or thoughtful, and they were definitely going for the latter with his sophisticated British accent. The ending is confusing, but they're making a point about the monster making a sacrifice for the kid. Let's see if we can find a positive review. This guy, Woody Anders, gave it an 8 out of 10. Director Jeffrey Wolf keeps the absorbing and offbeat story moving along at a steady pace, as well as ably crafts a gentle, thoughtful tone, with the scenes between Jeffrey and the creature proving to be surprisingly touching. Well, those weren't the best episodes. We finish up Season 2 in 2 weeks with 2 good episodes, The Bargain and Family Man. After that, we only have 1 more season to go before finishing all 3 seasons of Monsters. That's it for this episode. Check out my other 2 channels, Classic Public Domain Audiobooks and Indigo Flow Productions, where I cover old school YouTubers.
Just can't figure this out.